KK, you've been deemed as the energy shifter for this team, especially over the past couple of games, particularly on the defensive end. Is that how you would describe what your role is right now, an energy shifter?
Yeah, no, of course. Coming in, just disrupt, cause havoc, and it creates more for our offense and gets us going. And I would say, like you said, it energizes our whole team, and it's just contagious when I go out there and just do the little things.
What do you remember about the matchup with USC in the Elite Eight from last season? I know you guys saw them in December, but what do you remember about that game last year that you kind of want to change or improve upon this year in this game?
Well, of course, both teams are new teams. We have two different teams. Just coming in with I would say, same approach, being confident, being competitive. But like I said, it's two different teams, and we just had to keep watching film, dissect them, and just going from there, take it one possession at a time.
For you and Ashlyn, and we've talked about this a lot during the regular season, your roles have changed significantly since last year. How do you feel about the way that you both have stepped up in the tournament so far? And has Coach said anything about it to you?
Yeah, no, Coach is just saying keep the same energy. That's the type of energy that we need each and every game for me and Ash, and just Ash going in there being relentless and just being confident. Like I said, just going in there to change the games.
I noticed yesterday, I don't know if you do this every game, but before you guys run into the locker room, you're kind of doing like a hype up, like speech kind of thing in the huddle. Do you do that every game? And I also saw that you were reading something. Do you write something down?
I write a little something down. Aaliyah knows that I write down. Shout out to Lily. She passed it on to me, but yeah.
Can you, without giving it all away, can you give me like a little taste of what you're writing now?
Nah, I can't. It's secret. I can't. But just know some good, though.
All right, KK, thanks.
Thank you.
Ash, talking to Paige and Coach after last night's game, Paige called you clutch. Coach said that you really kept them afloat in that second quarter. How did you feel about the way that you played, and what does it mean to hear that from the two of them?
Obviously, it feels like good, I guess. Just knowing that I was able to be there for them because they expect so much out of me, and that I was able to execute that. But no, I mean, it was a total team effort, and it wasn't even in my mindset to even think of it that way. It was just if I have an open shot, I'm going to take it, and if they're falling, they're falling. But it's just keeping that aggressive mindset, aggressive mentality, no matter where you are at in the game.
You took a really hard hit yesterday, but it looked like you kind of just bounced right back up. Mm-hmm. Is that something that you've always done, growing up, if you go down, you just bounce right back up? Is that kind of your mentality, that toughness that you have?
Yeah, I think also too, my dad and my brother trained me not to be take it. I was also in the moment, it's I can't acknowledge that it hurts or anything. I was even thinking about my dad and my brother, and they always joke with me they're you have the ugliest I'm hurt face, or you just look it's just the ugly cry, and I'm not gonna do either of those in that moment. So I was I just immediately thought of them, and I was well, I'm gonna prove them wrong right now and get up. So that's kind of what my mindset was, and been my team needs me. I can't really. I just have to get up. That's this is our tournament run. We have no time for that.
Last year, you were starting a lot of these games and playing a lot of minutes. This year, obviously, your role has changed. How do you feel about the way that your role has changed and kind of doing some of the intangibles, some of the things that don't necessarily always show up on the stat sheet?
I think it honestly feels more satisfying this year, as a player and as a teammate, just because I may not be starting, but my role is still huge for this team no matter what I'm doing. And it also kind of gives you an incentive to have that energy when you do come in and being hey, my team needs this from me, and I'm going to step up to the plate and accept this challenge and really roll with it.
Last one for you. What's your approach to this game against USC? Obviously, they don't have Juju, but you saw them in the Elite Eight last year. You saw them in December. What's your approach going to be like tomorrow?
We're going to approach it how we approach every game, and that's just to do what we do, watch film, shoot around, practice. We're not going to really focus on the what ifs or if she was playing, if she obviously not playing, but just focusing on what we can control as a team and really staying true to who we are and staying connected.
All right, thanks, Saf.
Thank you.
Kaitlyn, how does it feel to be entering your first Elite Eight game?
It feels great. It's super exciting, and I can't wait for Monday to come.
I was talking to Cadence, and she was telling me that your leadership has played a really big role for this team, obviously not having been in this position before in the tournament. How do you feel like your leadership has been helping a lot of the younger players?
I feel like I just try to be very vocal, try my best to communicate through everything. Yes, I haven't been in this position before, but at the same time, I feel like basketball is basketball. Yeah.
What has Paige or Coach told you about playing in the Elite Eight? If anything.
Nothing specific really, just that obviously a lot of them have all been here before and have had a lot of success in this position, so sort of just learning from them, learning how to win these games.
Yesterday obviously wasn't the second quarter that you guys wanted to have, but you dug yourselves out of that in the second half. What does that say about the will and the determination, the fight that this team has?
I feel like this team is really relentless. You've seen us come back in a lot of different games where we've dug ourselves a hole before, but something that's different, I feel like, about us now is our sort of calmness and composure. We don't really lose our heads when we get down. We know that we'll trust our defense and slowly claw our way back into the game.
What kind of challenges does USC present? What do you remember from that December game?
They're super physical, really strong, athletic, and they have a lot of really good pieces to their team. I mean, they have inside presence and a lot of different shooters that can really shoot the ball really well.
Thanks, Kaitlyn.
No problem. Thank you.